federal government, federal high court, don't you think this Nnamdi Kanu's case has been dragging for too long? Don't you think it's time to face this case and judge this matter? If you're sending him to prison, you send him to prison. If you're releasing him, you release him to his family. Is it not better? Is it not time? You stop playing cat and rat game with this man's case. It doesn't matter what he did. It doesn't matter what he did not do. What matters is that you cannot hold a man like this for long. You put him in DSSL for how many years? Today you bring up his case, tomorrow you talk about this his case, tomorrow this his case, just playing politics on this man's life. It is not necessary. It doesn't matter what he did. If he did something bad, punish him. If he did something bad, release him. It's simple. Because in this country we have rule of law, and I am here to defend that rule of law. And we as Nigerians should defend the rule of law. Talking about masks, people should come and testify against him wearing masks or no masks. That's not my concern. Because at the end of the day, if I tell you here that it is wrong, it doesn't change anything. You will still go ahead anyway and bring in people wearing masks to testify against him, people who are spirits or ghosts. But you forget that people that should testify in our courts must be credible enough, visible enough, authentic enough to stand in our courts and give witness, bear witness against any suspect. That means we must be able to identify who they are, their names, where they are from, where they live. Because somebody's life is at stake at the moment. And you can't play, you can't joke with it. By bringing in caricature, by bringing in masquerades, by bringing in masked men to come and testify against somebody who is a very major suspect in a very big matter. He should be able to see the people and say, I know you, you are right, I remember you, or I don't remember you, or I don't know you. Then the person that's witnessing will say, okay, you know me. You sent me to go and bomb that place, or you sent me, you know my father, my mother, I will know. I will still bring them here. You cannot lie. I have the alert you sent for me. My name is so and so and so. I live here and here and here. Let the case be very vibrant. Let us know if it's true or not. The witness should not be afraid to speak. Should not be. People every day testify against the federal government. It is now a normal citizen like Kanu that you are afraid to testify against with your face. I don't want to go there, like I said. What I want to say is, be that as it may, federal government, please. I am tired. Nigerians are tired of seeing people under trial for years without the case moving forward. We are tired of seeing people under trial for years, even in the DSSL. It is a very, very sad story. We don't like it. It costs the country a lot. It hurts our unity as a country. And it also shows international community that we do not have the rule of law in this country. At the time of President Tinubu's reform agenda, I'm sure the justice reforms are also there waiting to be executed. And this is not a good way to execute reforms in the justice system of Nigeria. Start this Nnamdi Kanu's case to show Nigerians that there is going to be a holistic reforms in the justice system by not only going into this matter and ending this matter, but by sentencing him if he is guilty or releasing him if you have no case against him. But what you should not do is to still stalling this case, leaving him in the DSS dungeon. No, that would be very wrong. Try him in the court. Try him in the open. Try him anywhere. Let the case be a national case. And if he ever committed crimes that you find, wanting, do your job. The man himself has said it many times that you should send him to prison rather than keeping him in DSS dungeon. But Buhari refused to do that. So I'm calling upon Tinubu right now to start this man's case and let this man face the law. Start this man's case the right way. Let witnesses who we can see, who we can verify their identities, be allowed to witness. Do not use mass witnesses. It's very wrong. But I know you may still go ahead and do that. But anyhow it is, please let this man's case end once and for all. Let his case end. We are tired of hearing this case every day. If you want to sentence him to prison, go ahead. If you want to release him, please go ahead. But let us not keep flogging the same person every day for years. You bring him out to the masquerade like as if it's every day we keep on shaming him. You bring him out to the altar, you flog him, you take him back again, you bring him out to the arena, you flog him again. You keep on doing this for years. For years. When will it stop? When will it stop? Let's unite this country. We're talking about integration as a country. Let's unite this country. Do the right thing. Whatever it is, do the right thing. But let us not caricature ourselves and make ourselves look stupid in the international community. That's all I beg.
I hope you're all doing great today. So I want to break my silence on a very sensitive issue. And when I say that I want to break my silence, I mean I want to break my silence on video. Because in print, I have constantly spoken up about this particular issue. You know, Nnamdi Kanu has been incarcerated for such a long time. And there's been a lot of intrigues, there's been a lot of drama here and there regarding his release. Now, if we are going to tell ourselves the truth, there are a lot of people who literally loathe Nnamdi Kanu's guts. There are a lot of people who feel very offended by his actions, by his attitude, by his character, by the way he talks. Just name them. Everything about the guy irritates you. And there are people, leaders also, who sincerely and genuinely feel that Nnamdi's freedom would upset a lot of things for them. Maybe steal the shine, maybe cause some obstruction, maybe derail their political movement or anything, whatever it is. There are people who have that feeling. There are. In my part of the world. So it leads to a conclusion that most of what we see as efforts at releasing him are mere window dressing. I'm breaking my silence because it has gotten to a point where we need to tell ourselves the truth. Nnamdi Kanu is our own. I have witnessed with my own eyes elements from other regions who were far more destructive or are far more destructive than anything you could ever accuse Nnamdi Kanu of doing. And all that these guys get is just a slap on the wrist. And they get away with it. See, I'm making this video because I want to be frank. I don't want to make emotional statement here. Not. Here's my deal. Rather than keep Nnamdi Kanu incarcerated and locked away in jail, why can't there be a deal reached with him? You get your freedom, you stay quiet, you go and rest, don't make noise. Even if it's for a season, let that deal be reached. Nnamdi is fiercely free. He hates being caged, but at this point, I think this would fly. Just so he can come out. This man has a family. He has a wife. He has children. Think about the emotional torture, the psychological trauma he goes through every day. All because he insisted that his people should be treated well. We can all argue about his methods and whenever these things come up in discussions, I keep saying to people, point to me one man that is perfect in this world. We all have our own issues. We don't always get it all right. You get some right and you get some wrong. Yes, some things may have been done wrongly, but there's also a lot of positive things that have come out of the movement that he set up, despite all the efforts to demonize them, to tarnish their image, to brand them as terrorists, and all kinds. When we have terrorists, real life terrorists who don't hide it, staring us in the face every day, killing our people. And we even have Boko Haram members being branded repentant, forgiven, and reintegrated into the society of Nigeria. But Nnamdi Kanu is not worthy of rejoining his family after 4 years of incarceration. And I ask, why? For what? It is becoming a shame on the collective sensibility of all Igbo people all over the world. This thing has gone beyond the limits of tolerance, and we should, as a matter of extreme urgency, do something now. Because the sense of urgency that I feel doesn't come to me just like that. The sense of urgency I feel now always comes to me when something is about to go bad or get worse. If Nnamdi Kanu is not released now, it will not be too long before the story will change. Take my word for it. This is the first time I'm making a video appeal to all the powers that be to release Nnamdi Kanu. It's not a threat. I mean, what can I do? But I'm just telling us that we've got to that point where we have to say whatever it takes. Let it take. Our Southeast governors and our Southeast politicians, there is no way on earth that if you guys decide Nnamdi will be out in the next 72 hours, he won't be out, except if the British government decides to come in and say, hey, we don't want him out, he's our citizen too. And they put their foot down and said it doesn't matter what you guys do. And of course, those are the only ones that you guys fear. And until this day, I still wonder why a British citizen will be so incarcerated and so terribly treated, ill-treated, and Britain does nothing. That's the topic for another day. But the point is, Nnamdi Kanu needs to be released. Not tomorrow, not next tomorrow, now. Something is about to go wrong. And if this thing is allowed to go wrong, everyone will get to a point where we'll be like, oh gosh, if we had known. May that not be the case. Please, President Bola Tinubu, our politicians in Southeast, whoever is concerned, make it quick. Release Nnamdi Kanu now. And God bless you all for hitting this call.
Since 2015, after the arrest of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, the Southeast, you will agree, has experienced usual attacks by gunmen resulting into killings, kidnapping of innocent citizens from the region, and even the visitors who visit. How has this affected the development of the region?
Well, you know that that is a very touchy issue, the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, because as you well know, he has a lot of followers, and it has affected the Southeast in such a way that, you know, they made pronouncements about the Monday sit at home and all that. That has really affected the economy of the Southeast. But in my opinion, I feel This agitations has been hijacked by some people, and it will be better if the federal government could look at it from the perspective of us being able to sieve the chaff from the wheat. Those who are perpetrating.
Welcome back, my people. This Nnamdi Kanu case now war because wetin Nigeria government they do to this man by no just make sense at all. It don't tell what we say they talk and say they want to release this man, but they just they turn him upside down. This turning where we say they turn him upside down, no just make sense because this man in the try fight for his own family. Wetin he do before they even arrest at that time? He no buy anybody, he no buy anybody, he no arrest anybody. They just carry am based on say okay they want to carry am. Even Sunday Igboho, who had similar case with Nnamdi Kanu, was released, but to release this man they just they turn them upside down. That is why we see that okay wetin they do due to Igbo people in this so-called country called Nigeria, no good. No be say okay we try now support Igbo or something like that, but what the government and many other tribe are doing to Igbo people doesn't make sense. That is why it seems we are supporting them. We're not supporting anybody. We are not propagating anything yet, but waiting government they do them. Just make sense. Now waiting I carry come this table now be that. If you look at the first guy, we say in talk or inside this video, in talk and say you don't tell we say that they talk about releasing of Nnamdi Kanu. In even talk and say if they no feel release him, make the cuckoo jail and make them know say he's not coming back again because of the way that they turn now. This one they go say me in concord, this one they go say me in no concord. But may we pray to God, say, okay, this man will be released. He must be released because this man did not do anything. He did not even Sunday Igboho even come out the other time say need the release and say he not do anything. I've seen them talk that time. You will be say they hear me now. If you get anything concerning this matter, I will be say they go on. Make it drop down for inside comment section, and also if not today be your first time, make you like our video, share and subscribe. Thank you.